Hey friends, Dorinda here. Welcome to the Safe Haven. So we continue our series on trauma, and I will encourage you that if you've missed any of the sessions, please check it out. Check what we've done so far in our earlier videos, and I believe you'll be blessed. Again, please share this with your friends and families and people in your network. And I also believe that they will be blessed as well. So we spoke about generational trauma in our earlier video, and today we are moving on to speak about moral injury. Yes, what does it mean? It means that you find yourself working in a place where you have to work against your values. So it's a story of a gentleman, Madam Stories. He used to work in a company where, as part of their duties, they were to dispense some funds to farmers to help them in their business. Unfortunately, there were some people in the business, including his bosses, who had ulterior motive to siphon the money for their personal gains. The gentleman said, "No, I can't do this. It's against my values." It got really bad. He was threatened. He feared for his own life and the life of his children and wife. There are times that you find yourself working in places whereby it gets distressing, because sometimes you have the ethics of the job to protect and your morals to also abide by. What do you do? We are moving on again to the next type, which is what? Conscious trauma. This is trauma that you deliberately bring upon yourself, usually out of stubbornness and neglect. Okay, see, God wants us every day. He's loving. You see, usually people are expecting a certain superfluous sign. No, be attentive to those subtle signs that God gives out. It could be your friend, and usually your spirit man. Sometimes your spirit man is just restless. You know that this thing, something is not right about this thing. Please don't ignore it. It could be God speaking to you. You see, by the time God appeared to Abimelech in his dream to warn him, he had already cracked the whip. Why? Because Abimelech ignored the signs. Just no, this one is logic. You Abimelech, you sit Sarah, you want to do the do, and you've attempted trying to do the do, and the do is not doing. So you should at least pause and ask yourself that, this woman cry, why is it that upon all my attempts to get close to her, I haven't been successful? It was God warning. So by the time God appeared to him, judgment had already struck. Okay, so please be attentive. You see, when you pray to God, God answers us in several ways. And you see, sometimes God is expecting you to use the wisdom that he has blessed you with. So there are times that after you have prayed, maybe you are in a relationship which is not the will of God. You see, the other party will start behaving a certain way, which is negative. Don't ignore it. So ask yourself, this thing, will it help me? And don't also ignore some of the dreams that you have, some of the errors. By the time you recover, it takes grace. It will waste your time. It will really pull a lot from you. The next one is addictive trauma. Yet another helpless one. See, I say this usually to people that I get opportunity to speak to. Don't start a bad habit. Addiction is tough. Breaking addiction is tough. See, it is. I don't think that people love the fact that they are addicted. Well, maybe even if we have, I think it's just a minute percentage. People know that this thing will destroy me, yet they just can't help it. And it takes the grace of God. Other times too, after they have made their attempts to stop, you find them relapsing. And this is distressing. Sometimes you know that this thing is literally it is destroying me. It could be drugs, it could be sexual addiction, it could be addiction to something strange. Please don't start a bad habit. If you know this habit is not helpful, don't do it. Trauma is demonic. It is to control and manipulate you. Okay, so the other types we are looking at, that includes marital trauma, when you find yourself marrying the wrong person. And so I'll say this, that please, before you settle down in marriage, please pray. Pray and pray again. And after you have prayed, please be watchful. Open your eyes, because God speaks to us in different ways. Open your eyes, pray, and I believe that God himself will help you. We'll draw the curtain on today's session. I'll come your way again and we'll move on to the other facets of trauma. Okay, so if you have questions or you need counseling, feel free to reach out and I'll gladly respond. Until I come your way again, always know that you are special and take care of yourself. Bye.